Wilson and robs Braun of a hit.
The Fort with a cannon shot to second.
Episode, not yet. We're not doing that episode yet because we're going to talk about Rewind, the Cubs, and the Pirates series that's coming up. The Pirates have a chance to be a spoiler. We're not going to do this a lot, but we both are former Pirates. We love the Pirates.
Yes.
We have some championships under our belt being fantasy camp gurus. And I want to talk about somebody they just called up who made one of the best catches I've seen all year in Colorado, knowing how big that outfield is. It's like, Yellowstone. It's just huge. And he made it look easy.
Yeah.
You know this guy. You've known him since he was almost in diapers, if he wore diapers till about 10. Hopefully he didn't. There's some kids that do. God bless their soul. And I want to hear a little bit about him because we're going to do a huge piece on him tomorrow on AT&T. I wish you were here. We could do a Mac and Jack show again, but you're not. Unfortunately, you got some bigger things going. And you big league me, no big deal. But please tell me about this guy. Mention his name and tell me about how cool his mom is. And is she the same person she was in Little Big League?
Yeah. PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong. Yeah, we played against him, Jake and I, and our travel teams from the time. Gosh, they were 10U was probably the first time I saw him all the way through high school. We played him in high school as well, but probably the best amateur player I'd ever seen. Any player that I played against in high school, or as far as coaching wise, any player that Jacob went against, like it's hands down, PCA was the best player that I'd ever seen.
Even dating to last year?
Even going up to USA. That includes like Jackson Holiday, all those guys. I had all those guys in high school. PCA was different, completely different. Like back in the day, he used to pitch, and when he got on the mound, it was strike one, strike two, strike three, strike one, strike two. I mean, he
like Bugs Bunny.
Everybody. Yeah, and then he stopped pitching, and then just played outfield. But the best hitter, speed, power, like everything, could run down like balls like we've seen already. Real deal. I shifted him. I never shifted anybody in high school. I put Jacob and Max Muncy were playing up the middle. I put them both on the side of second base, and he shot 2 laser beams to left. And then afterwards, he's like, I beat your shift. I was like, did you hit a homer? Then you didn't beat my shift. I'll give you first. Like he could do that. He could do that at any moment. Like, oh, you're just going to shift me. I'll just shoot it the other way. And just baseball was always so easy for him. And so he's my 2024 National League Rookie of the Year call for sure. Like
mark that down.
We're looking at 2 guys, the 2 best guys that I had through USA. They were both at USA together in different times. But the 2 best players that I had that I was like, these 2 are going to be the best of the best that I thought of the groups that I've been with. And that's Jordan Lawler, who's in the big leagues with the Diamondbacks, who just got called up, in PCA. So I think those 2 guys are going to be your next wave of generational talents. Jordan Lawler is so Derek Jeter to me.
He's that big? I didn't realize he was that big.
He's just like very soft-spoken. I go around, I just play baseball, and he just continued to be great. I saw him when he was 16, and he just does everything really, really well. But he's going to be the cornerstone for that franchise. Like PCA is going to be the cornerstone he's going to be the face of the franchise of the Cubs by the end of next year. Like he's just going to be amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
he's a lot.
Yeah, so those 2 guys I think are the future of the game. I think those, with guys are getting older. We're so used to Trout being the face, and obviously we have Ohtani now. But now you have Acuna, who's kind of in the middle of his career, like he's going through his prime. And we saw him go through his I'm here moment over the last couple, 2-3 seasons. Now, yeah, no, it hasn't
hey,
stopped.
I'm here again. Yeah,
he's probably going to be better than he is this year too. That's the crazy part. Like he can do so much more, and that's insane to think about. But those 2 guys I think are the future of Major League Baseball. Those 2 guys. So it'll be fun for you guys, for Pirates fans, to see him firsthand, what he can do on a baseball field. And he hasn't really swung it great, but he will. He will. I mean, it takes time to adapt, and he tore up the minor leagues. He jumped through the minor leagues like it was nothing this last year and a half. So he's going to be awesome.
Last thing, how's his mom? She's
Yeah, I actually never met her. I actually never met her. I didn't even know until because like I had him at USA.
She didn't want to meet the Flash. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't think
You're
so.
the celebrity in this situation.
Dad coaching against her kid all the time. Like his travel team, they were amazing. They had just talent everywhere. I don't think in our history, I don't think I ever won a game against Pete Crow Armstrong, and that's probably a good 20 games deep from 10 all the way to high school. I never beat him. And he was always the centerpiece. Like you always had to worry. I mean, there were always very talented players on the rest of the on the team, on the rest of the team, on the roster. But PCA he was unbeatable. So I'm not surprised what he's doing now for sure. He's going to be awesome.
So Pirates fans, fair warning: the dude can play. He's unbeatable. He's unbeatable. He was created in a lab. He has a mom that is a superstar. Little Big League, one of the best movies. Baseball-wise, all time, in my opinion. Not Sandlot, but it's good. And Cubs are just getting better. So this is going to be an interesting series, especially since, Jack, they've beat us 9 times out of 10 games.
Cubs have always been tough, man. The Cubs have always been tough. But
David Ross is putting something together. You like David Ross?
Oh, I love David Ross.
He's putting something together there.
Yes.
Well, I picked them to win our division early in the year.
I think it's so underrated, the Dansby Swanson move. Like, people don't understand, like, what that guy brings to the table.
Super underrated.
It's all about numbers. Like, he's going to be a clubhouse guy. He went to college. He knows how to win. He won in college. He's won everywhere he's gone. He's a World Series champion, and he was amazing in the World Series for the Braves. Like, that is such an underrated move.
I think he's going to set a record in defensive runs saved in the season.
Yeah,
I think he's almost to 20 this year. And Key Bryan has 20 in the last 2 seasons. It's something stupid. Yeah, like he's doing some remarkable things.
Yeah, he's very underrated, honestly, because people look like, oh, his numbers offense. Like, he's the guy because he went to college and knows the game of baseball. There's so many things that don't show up in the box score that he does to help you win baseball games. So I will say this, though. The Cubs, that trade that they made for PCA, sending Javier Baez for 2 months to the Mets to get PCA, who had just been drafted like the year before, like, that's hats off. I think that's gonna be a trade that goes down as a cornerstone for the Cubs organization moving forward for sure.
Yeah, every Pirate fan just said, "Yeah, we remember one that was worse."
Yeah,
just a couple years ago. But yeah, it's crazy. It's gonna be an interesting series.